Good morning, friends. So, I know it is like the 6th, the 5th or the 6th, but I wanted to do the New Year's thing that I had planned anyway. So, the first part of this is going to be 2018, basically in review, as a witch practice, and then the second part is going to be 2019 goals for witch practice. All of the other stuff that is not witch related is kind of boring, and it disappointed me when I was like, yeah, let's see how much I accomplished this year. And then I go in and I write down the list. I'm like, not really a lot. So it's kind of disappointing. Anyway, so here is part 1 of what I accomplished in 2018. Number 1, I went to my first witch store and then several after that. So I never actually gone to a witch store the first year I started my practice because I was walking everywhere. I didn't have a car. I didn't have a bike until the very end of it, and then it was winter, and it was just like 3 miles from my house, and I already walked 6 miles to get to work and back, so I was kind of just like, you know what, I'm done walking for now. I'll wait. So I went to my first witch store this year, and then a bunch after that when I went to Portland, and we went to Salt Lake City, and a bunch of stuff. I find them places and I want to go. Number 2, I purchased my first tarot deck and my boyfriend's first tarot deck, and that might have actually been the year before. We'll put it in 2018 to make it seem like I was doing more important things. But I know I'm pretty sure I bought mine this year. I'm gonna go with that. Or this last year, 2018. Number 3, I came into contact with my deities, and up until, let's see, probably August, September, maybe the end of September, I wasn't working with deity at all. I really, really wanted, as I think all the witches that start out want, they want a matron and a patron, and they have a really hard time finding them. And that was the same for me, you know. All of the other witches are like, you don't need one, it's okay just to work with nature and work with your spirit guide and etc., etc., but people, a lot of people, me included, are like, that's something I would like to work with, so I'm going to try and work with a matron and a patron. But I found them after a lot of searching and trying things that didn't work and searching again, and then also Apollo, and he's neither one, but like, when they say matron and patron, I think they mean the biggest, like the ones you most work with, and then you can have others down below that you work with also, and you can have as many as you want to, as long as, you know, I guess you don't forget about the ones at the beginning unless you just want to break that off completely. Number 4, I tried to celebrate Samhain, but it didn't go so well, and you've heard that story before, so I did buy a lot of the crafts and stuff. I have still lots and lots of little plastic skulls and the rosary type thing that I have on my Hades altar now. Number 5, started my Tumblr. And I know that was this year. I was like, wait, I have a Tumblr account. Why don't I just start blogging? So I started blogging, and then that led into number 6, creating this channel, which has been pretty fun so far. Number 7 was I started a shadow book, and that's actually different than my Book of Shadows. So my Book of Shadows is big, and I started that back when I started, like December 2017 or 2016. And then I started this shadow book that's more like shadow work and journaling and stuff, so it's much smaller, and I will actually show you guys this later, but in like on the one side of it, it's face up, and then you turn the other side around, and then, oh, not that page either, and then it's face up. There is a lot of explicit stuff in here, so either, I don't know, maybe you don't want to see that, but you know, some very suggestive art that I like to do. But that side was gonna be like good shadow work, and then the other stuff was gonna be, you know, different types of shadow work. But it's all just kind of turned into my past life regression and then some other stuff. So number 8 was I celebrated Yule. I am actually not a huge fan of Yule. It's just because, as I told you before, Christmas and it kind of being in the same thing. So I made that wreath, and then I tried to make some witch bowls, but I didn't actually have enough stuff to put in them. So they're still over here trying to be worked on. And then I actually did kind of celebrate Yule. I think I didn't have a drink that night, but I had a drink the next night. And then that was my celebration. And then number 9, I officially did a past life session with Samuel. And as if you watched my past life regression video, that was the first one I did. I have a lot more to do, and I know that. The past life thing, I need to be in a really specific state to do those. And then number 10 was set up deity-specific altars for the first time. And which was a real big step for me, because before I just had kind of a working altar with like little pieces of everything, and before that I guess I never was really working with deity until I got to this new house kind of around the same time. So that was 2018 in review. We will do 2019 in like 5 minutes. I'll be back in just a moment.